Hello everybody and welcome back to some more DRG. Today we're going to be talking about my trip to Texas. The build doesn't matter. You can see it on the screen. It doesn't matter because we're mostly going to be talking about my trip to Texas. Because it definitely happened. So, starting out, this trip to Texas was planned, like, I don't know, probably some months ago, alright? Absolutely months ago. But the problem is that, a month before it came time to go down there, I realized I didn't have a real ID, which we were going to be flying. I didn't have one, and my brother didn't have a real ID. A real ID is basically just a different ID. I honestly have no idea why it's different, because to get a driver's license in the United States, you need to bring your birth certificate. Or, some form of identification. And a real ID also requires that. What's the difference? I don't fucking know. But anyway, the airlines needed... To get into airlines without having to do bullshit, you need to have a real ID, and I didn't have that, so... Up until, like... I don't know, the day of, or not the day of, like, a few days before we went down there, I was just assuming we weren't going to be going. Straight up just, it's probably, I need a shield. Probably wasn't going to be happening. I'm not, I missed? Okay, well, it doesn't matter. There you go. Get shocked, idiots? Excuse me as I go blow my nose real quick. So, the day before, we figure out that, you know what, we are going to be driving down there, but we can't just take a singular car to go down there. We have to grab a rental, because the reason why we are grabbing a rental is because we were going to be taking a U-Haul back up, because we are going to be grabbing a bunch of stuff because my grandfather died, and my mother has been preparing his house for estate sale, and that is the reason why we're going down there, is to pick out stuff for the estate sale, or before the estate sale happens. So, that is why we were heading down there. And, well, we needed to get a rental car. That rental car charge is still not through, and it's been like, I don't know, a week or two. And you need a credit card, so only one person could... Oh my god. If swarmers weren't in this game would be a lot better. Why did you appear there? I mean, you hit me a bunch, so I guess that you did your job, but why did you appear there? Yeah, the relationship was the only one with a credit card. Because you can only rent cars in America if you have a credit card. Which I don't really understand, but okay. I guess I shouldn't shoot him with this, not yet. I mean, there is a bunch of... Here, you can have that. Oh. Why is there a bunch of swarmers? So, what happens is... I don't know, man. It was just... What is... Listen, man. I understand... Ah. Dead. Missed. Dead. And both dead? Or just one? Just one. That's fine enough for me. Hi, Loot Bug. Where are you going? Probably to eat the Morkite. Oh well. So, we do eventually make it the drive down there. And my grandfather, well, he was a hoarder of stuff, alright? When we finally get down there after a 10-hour drive... in a vehicle, yeah, the European mind cannot handle that, right? The 10 hours? Man, I haven't seen my relatives in years. Oh, yeah, how far away are they? Oh, they're like 45 minutes down the road. The fuck? You haven't seen them in years? And it's 20... making a straw man, dude. Making a straw man. It's great. Anyway, it's a 10-hour drive to my grandfather's place. And we make that drive. It was not that bad. The rental car was kind of smaller than the usual car that I ride around in, but it was more... It was less comfortable than the actual car. All right, it had some weirdities to it that I didn't quite appreciate, but it didn't really matter. So when we do get down there, the garage door is the main entrance of the house. Okay, fair enough. That garage is just filled to the brim with stuff. Alright, just... There's power tools. It looks like that she's been organizing things. Oh, it's swarmers. What? Why? You know, I don't want to fight swarmers. I really don't. Oh, can we just skip this? Swarmer swarms try to be the most boring thing in existence. Just sit around and shoot the floor with fire bolts or, you know, just spin around in a circle. If you're just playing Scout, you're not having fun during a Swarmer Swarm. No matter what build you have, you're just not having fun. The most fun that you're having is just that. Just meleeing the swarm. Oh, Lord. Why don't they change that? I don't know. What? Is that an actual wave? Oh my god, that is an actual wave. Why? Well, it's dead. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Oh, there's... It's fine. I have Skull Crusher Ales. Nothing matters. Are we okay? Yeah, okay. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but you can't stop me. You just simply cannot stop me. Hi. He can't be stunned. He's a Praetorian, man. Just be on fire. Idiot. Oh, we're out of bolts. Beautiful. I'm trying to get through the story, and the game is desperately trying not to. So we get down to there. The garage is absolutely filled with all sorts of garbage, and it is a absolute mess. My granddad is a hoarder. Most importantly for the story, he is a hoarder of data. That man would upgrade his storage of his computers before he would ever upgrade the GPU, because he had GPUs from like early 2000s, like gigabyte stuff, and some of them were in boxes and some of them were very nice, like easily worth probably $100 for the right person. But you know, he had a bunch of floppy that didn't kill it. He had a bunch of floppy disks as well, just a whole metric ton of hard drives, SSDs, and all that. Like, of the more recent SSDs and hard drives, the smallest one was 750 gigs. There's older ones, like, you know, we found an SSD that was peta, that was, I think, 100 and something gigabytes. Because, SSDs and hard drives have been SATA for a while. And this one, I am terrified. Ooh. I don't have anything to deal with them, because I don't have my firebolts. That's nice. Toss that, and then toss that. Let's hope that deals with a bunch of them. Okay, now called... I didn't need to do that? Oh my god. I don't know if I'm hitting multiple bugs at once with this, but I don't think it really matters. It is electric focus shots after all. Electric focus shots is just kind of winning no matter what. Okay, now we have a problem. I've somehow killed most of the slashers in the swarm, and now it's all... It's all fucking... What is the swarm? There's nothing else besides slashers and... There's more coming for me. Okay, we need to lead them over here. Here, we can give them some things. You can take that. You can take that. That distracts 20 of them, which I think there is just 20 of them. And then we reload. I think they killed most of each other. And then we just light them all on fire. And then they're all dead. Bolt Shark, try not to be overpowered. You know, it stays winning. So, this man also has, like, electric typewriters. It's just a house that has been around since... It's a house that's been around since the 70s. This house has carpeted bathrooms. I don't... That's disgusting in multiple ways, alright? But the most disgusting thing that it has... Yeah, carpeted bathrooms wasn't the worst thing that had. It had furnaces or heaters inside the bathroom as well. Why does there have to be swarmers? Is this a swarmer swarm? No, it's not. We can have fun occasionally with not swarmers. So the place has a living room and a bathroom, right? Or a living room and a guest bedroom. Both those places have shag carpeting. Yeah, that's right. I need to turn off this fan. It has shag fucking carpeting, and you know the shag carpeting hasn't been touched in forever. It smells, oh, just wonderful in there. Like, absolutely and unequivocally, like, why are you there, big loot bug? It is a smell that I wouldn't wish on anybody, though people who have had cats probably have smelled it before. And by probably, I mean 100% have smelled it before, because it is the smell... You didn't die? Excuse the hell out of me, brother. Alright, alright, alright. Because, my grandfather owned cats, and I don't think he really cleaned up after them, but, you know, that's just the normal experience with cats and all that. And by normal experience, I mean, you know, the normal experience with hoarders and cats. Did we not have your... I didn't hit you? I have freaking... Yeah, I have this. I could just simply melee them. So, out of the 5 days I stayed there, because not only did we not go back on time, because the reason why we didn't come back on time was because of the U-Haul. So my mother didn't know that we were actually going to be down there until the day of, which is wild because she planned it months out. And we would have just found a way to go there, but apparently she's just like, this is a big room. Why is it so big? And why does it have relatively nothing in there? I shouldn't just, like, shoot it multiple times, but... There is a leech in the ceiling. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I'm going to need to... do that. Otherwise, I would have been dead there. Is there more leeches in the ceiling? No, but there is a wave, and I'm currently reloading. I don't think it's shooting at me. I could be wrong. Okay, is there a guard anywhere in here? There. And then eat that. There you go. All those bugs are dead. I no longer need to worry about the entire swarm. Alright. There is a Hululi Hoarder. Can I kill this thing? I'm just better off doing this. I am literally just better off meleeing it. Are... What are you doing? Are you okay? Oh, Lord. Fucking... This is the messiest Hilulu Hoarder kill I've ever seen in my life. So, the U-Haul that we were supposed to be ordered, it is the end of August. Or, excuse me, the end of July when we're going over there. Which means a bunch of people are moving or doing whatever the hell with U-Hauls. And we need, at minimum, a 23-foot U-Haul? It's one of their bigger ones, because we have 3 people and we need that bench seat, alright? Alright, I had to step away from the computer for a little bit during this recording. Can I just talk about how scuffed this recording has been? I have tried, the first time I tried it, I was doing the Elite Deep Dive. I rolled Scout and rolled some abysmal garbage for the Elite Deep Dive, and then it was Swarmageddon, and I was just letting Bosco take care of it, and then my power goes out, so that footage is lost. Then the second video I tried to make, I fell asleep on the couch halfway through, because I was like, man, I'm not really feeling too well. I'm gonna step away from the computer for, I don't know, 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, I was just looking at my phone, and I took off my glasses and just laid down on the couch and fell asleep. It's... I don't know, man. This is just an extremely scuffed video that I've been trying to make for a little bit. So, what the fuck were we talking about beforehand? I don't know what I was talking about beforehand, because, you know, it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. I think I'm hitting bugs? Alright. So, there's another thing. I think I was talking about the shag carpets that have been cleaned in forever because, you know, my mother doesn't clean very well and consistently has cats, so the house always smells entirely terrible because of the cats. And my grandfather, because of her, is the exact same way. And shag carpeting and cats do not mix. We were stuck in the back room, like the guest bedroom, not the master bedroom. For whatever reason, I'm not entirely too sure. But we had a queen-size bed. And by queen-size bed, I mean queen-size air mattress that had holes in it. So, in the middle of the night, I would just wake up to the air mattress being refilled because it has an automated pump, which is fantastic. I'm so glad that it had an automated pump. Otherwise, it would be hell. It would actually just be hell. Because after a while, you would just be so sunk into it, and the relationship wakes up and just immediately turns on the automated pump so that they can get back to sleep. And I'm like, I stir, and then I'm immediately back to sleep. Alright, I woke up every single time that happened. Though, the first night that we were there was absolutely and unequivocally awful, because she gave us a sleeping bag to sleep in. Okay, Pog. That back room is the coldest room in the house. We're currently in fucking Texas, right next to the Gulf of Mexico. It is hot, and it is humid, dude. And just... it's not a great time to be outside during the day. And at night, that bedroom is freezing. Like, you could put a glass of water on the table, and I bet by morning it would be a fucking ice cube. Jesus Christ, was it just freezing in there? For no... what? Why is there a shower of sparks? Hello? I don't know. But yeah, it was just freezing in there, and she gave us a sleeping bag to be in, like a two-person sleeping bag. The problem is it's a disgusting sleeping bag because it hasn't been cleaned since God knows when, so we toss it to the side, and I go looking for... actually, I don't go looking for anything just yet. We bring out the towels that are in our bags and just lay on the air mattress with towels on us. And to say that didn't work would be an understatement. It was awful, dude. I kept waking up. I was super cold, which I don't really get super cold whenever I'm trying to sleep. Usually it's the opposite, where I'm too hot. And it's the air mattress, so it is like sinking in. I'm being pushed against the relationship. The relationship is trying to fucking siphon my warmth from me. And I cannot sleep like that. I'm sorry. If you thought I was a cuddler, I am not. I want to sleep by myself. Or, you know, slightly away. So, that was not a great time for me. Eventually at, like, we tried to go to sleep at 8, and at 12, or, no, it was 11. It was 11 whenever I finally got up and left the room and just threw the other towel onto the relationship. And the relationship grabbed some of them, some more shirts to throw on themselves, just so that they can finally sleep. Where the hell am I going? And I just stayed up. I did laundry. I just sat there and did laundry. I threw the sleeping bag into the washer, and there was already a blanket in the washer for some reason. I checked it over. It was entirely clean, so that's fine. I threw it in the dryer. I had to throw it in the dryer a second time because it wasn't entirely dry whenever I pulled it out for the first time. And yeah, that was not a great experience. After 3 hours, I finally managed to get a singular... piece of blanket technology to throw on the relationship while I did the rest of the laundry. Oh shit. It's fine. He didn't actually hit us. I fucking missed. Can I talk about how much I don't really like M1? I mean, M1's, like, fine. I think it's a very good gun. I just don't like it. Are you certain it's just not a skill issue? Skill issue? Can we say that correctly for once? I don't know. Maybe not. But yeah, that first night was awful. Once we got the sleeping bag and the blanket, like, sorted out, that room was completely fine. It was cold enough to hurt my nose whenever I left my nose out into the wilderness of the thing. Also, the window was open, so it's getting that cold in that room with the window open. That man has 2 ACs. Like, full-sized AC units outside of that building. It is fucking insane. So yeah, that first night, 0 out of 10. Very simply, 0 out of 10. But the second day, we started going through all the stuff, and we got, so some of the stuff that we got was a table saw, a big table saw, like one that you place on a table and saw, and not one that you run over wood. We got a few drills that are fairly nice. We got a bunch of SSDs, including a 2 terabyte SSD, and we have to like format them because they have been data rotted to hell. But we have to save the information that's on them because they're labeled. All of the things that we took, like SSDs and hard drives and all that, were all labeled. And this is like the second backup, and it's a 2 terabyte SSD. That man had like 7 backups for one thing. It is... That man was absolutely fucking insane with how much data he collected. So, what's on it? What is on that SSD that's the second backup? Oh, just, like, a bunch of pictures of everything and, like, tax documents and, like, income documents from my mother, tax documents for him and my mother, and, like, pictures of, like, since 1995. So... There's my baby pictures on there. There's my brother's baby pictures. There's my sister's baby pictures on that thing. It is kind of... Where am I going? Going up there? Where? We go this way. Okay. There's just so much memories on there that we can't delete it without, you know, backing it up in some way. So that's going to be happening. There was a Blu-ray disk drive for a computer, so we grabbed that so we can start ripping Blu-rays, because that man also had a billion DVDs, just... Every single DVD from, you know, the past years, like 20 years or so. It is insane how many that man had. Is that a wave? I'm just going to assume that's a wave and toss that. Yeah, I think that takes care of it. I don't think this is a normal wave. I think this is just a passive spawn. Yeah, I think it's just... I mean, there's a... That didn't kill the acid spitter. I had to charge shot there to kill the acid spitter. Don't do it, acid spitter. I think that's also why I dislike the M1, is because it just falsely shoots. Because you have to time it, and it's literally just a skill issue at that point. We got a bed frame for a queen-size bed, and my mother, instead of... Because she said that she was going to pay for a bed, like, a while ago, okay? And, instead of letting us pick it out, and this is, like, seriously, like, nitpicking or whatever, but instead of letting us pick it out, she just orders it online and sends it to us. And the problem is it's a full-size bed, so the bed frame that we got doesn't even fit. Oh, so we have to put up the bed frame somewhere, because we don't have room. We got a desk of drawers. Got a wardrobe? No, not a wardrobe. We got just a drawers, a bunch of... a wardrobe? I don't fucking know. A chest of drawers? It just sounds... Okay, the reason why I'm having issues saying these words is because that word doesn't sound... The object here doesn't sound fucking real. It just seriously doesn't sound real. Why would you have a chest of drawers? That doesn't make any sense. Because it's not a chest of drawers. It's not a chest. I don't know, dude. It just sounds so fucking weird. I'm gonna die real quick. Okay, we're fine. I thought it was legitimately gonna die. Why are you digging, brother? Are we... My mustache? Hello? Can we... My mustache. It's going to kill me. Genuinely is going to kill me. That's not good. That is severely not good. In fact, I need to go the other way. Oh! Hi. Jump? Get dodged, idiot? Why is my mustache scratching me? Or itching me? What the fuck was that? What did I land on? Did I land on the projectile that the Spitballer sent? Because that is something that you can do. You can land on those projectiles. I want some light, please. And then I want to get rid of this idiot. And then I want to get rid of that idiot. I know that's not going to take care of him, but it will do some damage. kill him? No, you're just gonna miss every oh my god, and then I walk into the static crystal. This is going well. Oh my god. I really wish M1000 was a fire on release, and you just had an option to fire, like, click a button, and you fire a charge shot, and then you don't. That'd make this gun so much better. Because I feel like I miss a lot whenever I fire on release, because I move the mouse whenever I release. But it's just a skill issue, alright? It's just entirely a skill issue. So we also grabbed the if you have been checking my posts recently, you'll have seen that I posted a electric typewriter, and we took that. There was two of them. One of them is broken, and the other one actually works, so we grabbed the one that works. And so that's going to be some cool things for Monster of the Week, which is a role-playing thing that you... It's a weird, like, TV style. It's styled after Supernatural, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and all that. Monster of the Week type of shows where they're facing a monster per episode, like a unique monster that's not really connected to the other one. Which, it's not for everybody, but it's definitely a fun system. And I haven't even got through all of the Texas talk, because there's still, like... The reason why I don't have a license is because my mother exists. There is so much more to talk about the trip to Texas, and we're already kind of done with the video, because I'm getting out of here, that's it. So I guess just catch up more for it. You know, have a little bit more homework. There's going to be a part 2 to this video. How does everybody feel about that? Fucking wild. There also just wasn't that much to do in Texas, excuse me, at the house, because once we sorted through all the miscellaneous garbage, it's just like, what else is there? We've already picked out what we wanted to take. Why? Okay. So we don't really need to do there. There's no reason for us to have come down here for 5 additional days. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what I was talking about, was why were we down there for an additional day? Well, that's because the U-Haul, which was stated to be delivered the previous day, or, you know, be available at 9 or whatever, wasn't available. The person just didn't turn it in, and then updated the schedule being like, oh yes, instead of 9 a.m., it's going to be at 1. Oh yeah, instead of 1, it's going to be tomorrow at 9 a.m. Oh yeah, instead of 9 a.m., it's now 11. Oh my god. And then instead of it being 11, it was actually... well, we got it at 11, and we just stayed an additional day because we could pack it, and then just leave at 4 in the morning the next day. And that ride in that U-Haul, in the bench seat, because I was placed in between the relationship and my brother on the bench seat, that ride bruised my ass for the next 3 days. What the fuck, dude? It was 10 hours sitting on that bench seat, and it was painful the entire time. In any case, there's going to be more talking about Texas and all that in the next few videos. I hope you guys enjoy. There wasn't much to say about electric focus shots. It's more of just Firebolt steals the show, doesn't it? Anyway, you all have a wonderful night.